Okay guys, so let's get to the Keynote tutorial. So pretty much when you open up Keynote, the first thing you're going to have to do is choose a theme. There are many themes to choose from, but I definitely like to work with a white background. So I usually just select white, but my other preferences I prefer are black, showroom, and modern portfolio. But like I said, you can select whichever template you choose, but we're going to start with white. Once you open up Keynote, you're going to notice that there is a pre-made template for you. Like each theme comes with pre-made templates, but like I said, you can work within the templates or you can start from scratch that I like to do. So I am going to delete the pre-made one and start from scratch and work with a blank canvas. So pretty much the first button just showcases like all the features that you can add. To be honest, the only thing I really add is the ruler. You can hide it or you can show ruler. Other than that, I mean, like that's the only feature that I use. For the zoom is just so you can see like where your working piece or your working area is focused. So let's just say if you want to enlarge it, so if you really need to see something, you can enlarge it. But I kind of like to keep it at a happy medium so I can visually see, and at the same time I can see around the negative space to see like how much negative space I'm working outside of the working space. So I already showed you guys how to add a slide. This is to press play, that if you want to see your work and see like the steps, you could manually control this, or once you create a transition, it would play for itself, but you still have to press this play button. So the table, you know, you're gonna, if you want to add graphs, great for PDFs and all that good stuff. Charts, same thing. Text, you're gonna be able to add text. You could change the fonts, the size, the boldness, the color. If you want to make it bold, center it, non-center it, the spacing. You could also add a color in the text. You could change the spacing. Let's just say if I wrote hello, you could change, so you'd select all and then you can change the spacing. So if you want to make it wider, let's make it a little larger so we don't have to kill our eyes. So we could space it out and make it wider. And then this is if you had like the baseline shift is if you had a second word. Let's just do hello again. There we go. So let's just say you wanted to space it out so it's not so together, so you would put it down. Other than that, I usually keep it at the default capitalized. You can change it if you want to add all caps, do whichever. You can do a quick edit if you forgot. Other than that, the only thing I use is the text background. So if you wanted to add a color between the text, well, let me just, there's too much of a space, so. And that's the thing, because of the fact we played with the baseline shift, that's what created the box to be larger. So what you're going to do is, let's just say we're going to eliminate it, 0, and there you go. You got a perfect square. But there's two options creating a square in a text. You can have it where you add it in the text background. If you want to remove it, you're just going to go to this line. And this is like, obviously, if you want to outline, if you want to scratch through, and, you know, if you want to add a shadow, that I never do, but those are the options. Let's remove the shadow and the scratch out, and then the outline. Okay, perfect. So the next option when it comes to a text, if you want to create a longer shadow, what you would do is add a color fill in the style section, and let's go with the same gray. It selected all of it, so oh yeah, because it's in the same box. So let's separate it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna separate the text by copying and pasting, and then let's add a color fill. So you're gonna go to style, you're gonna add fill, well, fill, and then you are going to go gray. So the great thing is if you do the fill, you can stretch it out to where you want to stretch it out, versus if you just add a fill in the text, only you cannot stretch it. So look, I'm going to show you guys the difference. So if you just add it in the text, if you stretch it, like it would just be blank. So that's the difference between a fill with a style and a fill with a text. I definitely like to fill it with a style, because like I said, if I'm writing something and I want to be like, you know, emphasize on the second line, then it's like aesthetically it just looks much cuter. But like I said, those are the options. You can also, if you don't want to add a color, you can add a border by creating lines, and then you could adjust the size how you feel. You can even change the arrange, and you could change the angle, and let's just say if you wanted to make it smaller, and then let's just say if you wanted it to sit on the hello, then you would just add a color. Let's go with white. So you see, it's like it looks cute. So let's say if you want to change the line and just like add a square or add lines. See how it just looks aesthetically, looks cute. So let's just say you blow it up, so you're just like, all right, like I like it. I like the vibe. I think it's cute. You know what I mean? That's options that you can do. You could also add a picture frame, but I'm pretty sure the picture frame won't look cute, but I'm just showing you guys your options. So here you go with the picture frames. What else? You can add a shadow. Most of the times I never do, but like I said, I'm just showing you guys your options. Let's remove the picture. So we have the fill now, and now we have the drop shadow. So there we go. And you could play it around with it. You can see how the opacity, if you want it to be more translucent. That's within the shadow. If you want to do it within the box, then you would go to the bottom, see how it like kind of deletes or shadows everything. And then, yeah, pretty much that's it. So when it comes to text, I mean, like I said, these are the options that you have. I don't really play with the positions and stuff. I only play with the angle. If you want to lock it, locking it means is that you can move everything else, but the hello will not move. So I'm going to unlock it. And then, okay, so the next thing what you can do with the text, let's just say, let's go back to where it was normally. Let's just say, okay, let's just say you want to create your own box. So what you would do is you would go to shape, you would select box, you would remove no color, add a box, add lines. Let's just say you wanted it's a painted one. I would want it smaller, and then you can size it to how you want. You can size it to the font, but remember we changed the angle, so you're gonna have to change the angle too. And then pretty much, you know, you're gonna size it to how you feel you want. You can make it as long or as short as you want. Like, so that's a way how to create a box on its own. So now we know how to use shapes. If you wanted to create any other shape, there's like multiple different options. Let's just say, let's just pick an apple or a tomato, whichever one this is. So let's just say if you pick the shape of tomatoes, so you're just going to select the color that you want, and then you could create a line if you want to, you know, emphasize on it. And then let's just say, let's make this a little bit smaller. And then there, so you would have hello with a tomato. Or let's just say, let's pick another shape, something that would need lines. Okay, so let's just say you have this watermelon. So what you're going to do is you're going to select. You can keep it with the white, or you can add lines, and you can, well, obviously I'm not going to go, I'm going to go a little bit darker. Let's go with black. And then you can make it more pronounced. But all in all, and then if you want, you could change the background. It's black, and then it's like, you know, all the negatives. It covers or changes all the negatives. But that's if you really want to go all the way. But I'm just showing you guys how you can manipulate with Keynote. So pretty much the text we've covered, the shapes we've covered. The media, I don't really use this section because you can manually just like open up your Finder and then just drag and drop. Like, let's just say if I needed to create a file, I would just select it on my desktop and just drag the image over so I don't have to use the media. I find it a little bit complicated even for myself. So I'll just find the image, add it, and if I wanted to, let's just say, make this hello over top of the image, you would double click and then bring it forward. So then there you go. So see how it's in the back? I would bring it forward. Or what you could have done is select the image and send it back. So then there. So now we have a cute picture of myself, and then select your wording, and then you're like, hello. Put it wherever you want. You know, you could also, when it comes to images, let's just say if you want to enlarge it and you want to focus on a certain area. So let's just say, remember, this is my working space. So I'm going to press play, and this is what it would look like. So pretty much, yeah. And remember, we can stretch out the hello because we edit it in the style. You know, let's just say if I wanted it from here to here. So let's just say I was like, you know what? What you're going to do is you're going to angle it where you want to angle it, and then you are good to go. And let's just say if you wanted to make two, so you would just copy and paste, and then you would go to arrange, and then you would flip it. Oh, no, sorry. You're going to change the position, and then you have your X. But you see how it's not aligning together. So what I would do is I would copy and paste the hello. And then I would delete this. I would create a new shape. And then I would drag it. Well, let's see. No, you know what would be an easier way? To just create your own lines. Look, so what we're going to do is we're going to create our own line by tracing it with the line. And then, oops, you can work it out and see where you want things to fit. I'm going to make it go over the negative space, so it's going to just fit in between here. It looks like it's about the same size, but like I said, I'm just freestyling it. And then you are going to fill your line, take off the border, and then you can add the hello in your line that you just created. So I'm going to bring this to the front, and then I'm going to rotate the hello. let's just say if I still don't like the box I just created, so you could do is you could come back and make it a little bit more narrow. I think it looks cool if I make it wider. So look, let's do this. Look. I think that looks so cool. And then like I would just like add a message here. So that looks so cool. So I'm going to remove this one. And then it's like, there you go. So that's the basis on how to use a text, how to use the shapes, how to create your own lines. I also created a video for you guys on how to do more things with the lines. And then the format, pretty much that has to do with the text style, the image, or anything that you're working on. So whether if it's image, whether it's text, I mean, yeah, you can also add a text in the thing that you create, the shape that you created, but I tend to not add a shape because then you can't move it around. Or maybe you can. No, you can't, because then it's just going to move the shape around. So I don't ever, I just kind of like add the text. So pretty much, like I said, if you add the text and it's, you just have to just go back and delete, you know. So pretty much let's just, now we're going to animate. So for fun, we're just going to, let's just say, we want the picture to stay there and we want to add a build order. So I want this to appear. So I'm going to click appear. That's going to be the first build order. So we're going to have to change it to that it doesn't work on the click. You want it to change after a transition. So it automatically plays. And then the second build order, I want to type out what I just wrote. Or let's just see if we trace it. Nah, I don't like that. So we're going to type it out. And then I'm going to slow it down. Let's say slow it down. That's way too slow. And then we're going to add the build order because like I said, we want it to click automatically. So we're going to do it after. And then you can have a second action to the text, or let's just see what if I want it to move. Okay, let's scale it. And then you're going to add the build order. And then you can add an action. So once it scales, maybe I should have did that. But well, let's just see what it looks like this far. See, I forgot to press change it to after the build. So because I didn't add it, it didn't do it because I would have had to click the computer. So let's go back and press play. I was kind of waiting for it. Okay, so you see how it cuts off? So I'm going to have to pull the scale just a little bit to the top and then reposition it. And then now let's see. There we go. And then we're going to have a build out where let's make it, let's dissolve. Or let's just make it disappear. Let's make it disappear. And we're we're going to add the builds, and then we're going to go back to the shape, and then we're just going to not add an action, and we're going to make it disappear, but we're going to make it disappear with the last one. So it's going to disappear with the build 6. So they're both going to disappear together. So let's press play. And then boom, done. So now we know how to add a text, how to add an animated, how to animate it, or like change the, add a transition. And then the document size has to do with the size of the document. I don't play with anything around here. I just usually play with creating like what size I want my content that I'm creating. So for this one, let's just say I wanted to change it to an Instagram size, where that's 1024 by 1024. As you can see, the image that we created is too small, so that's why, or what we can do, we can just drag it. That's why it's always good to check the document size that you want first, so you know where everything's gonna fit. Because if I didn't edit it, this is what it would look like on Instagram, and we don't want that. We want to look professional. So what you can do is you can just like move it around and just, you know, rework it. But like I said, it's always good to check the size that you're working with first, so you don't have to go through all that. So I'm just gonna quickly show you guys how to just like edit it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back, and then, you know, you're gonna change the angles. While you're there, you're going to do the same thing for the hello. And then you're pretty much done. That's it. So we created a text, we learned how to use the transitions. So let's just say if you wanted to like add a page transition, I'm just going to copy and paste multiple different slides of the same thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate just so you can see the difference between the two. So I'm just doing this for fun like this. So let's just, or I'm going to delete and then add, delete, so we can see the difference between each slide. So let's just say we want to add a transition within each page. So what you're going to do is you're going to select all, and you are going to go to animate, and then you are going to add a transition. So you see how the build order is empty? It's because we are adding a transition to the page. So the build order is always going to be empty because we're not building anything on top of the image. So we're going to create an effect. Let's just see, or add an effect. Let's just see. Let's be fun and add something. Let's add the doorway. Let's just see. Nah. All right, let's go with this one. Okay, so that looks fun. What you're gonna do is you're going to change the duration. Let's just say on how long you want it to take to change. That looks too slow. We want it to go a little quicker, but that looks too fast. So that's about it. Remember, the one thing that you're going to have to do is not keep it, the transition, you want it to start automatically. So you want to change it to automatic, and the delay, I usually keep it at 60 because I find aesthetically it kind of just looks the best when it comes to changing the delay. So the delay means like every time the transition is done, how long it's going to take to delay between each image. Most times I only delay if I want to emphasize on a logo or a quote or something. So let's just say I wanted just this one to be delayed. So what I would do is I would increase the delay time to, let's just say, 2.5 seconds. And so now pretty much everything should be done. Let's play. Okay, so pretty much I'm happy with it. What I'm going to show you guys now is how to add audio. So pretty much we have the document size. We know it's going to be an Instagram side and we want to add an audio. So let's just say if you want to select a music, all you're going to do is click the music. Let's wait for it to upload. Okay, so since it's not uploading yet, let's just say if you want to record a voiceover. So what you're going to do is you're going to click record, and then you are going to press the record button, and you are going to have to manually, I think it's manually, or you are going to have to or it's going to play on its own. I'm not sure because usually I do my voiceover on iMovie. So let's just see what's going to happen. Hold on. Let's go. It's going to get the countdown. Hey guys, welcome to Keynote, and this is a tutorial on how to create with Keynote. So I hope you guys are enjoying it, and enjoy. Bye. You're going to stop the recording. If you don't like it, you're going to press play. Hey guys, welcome to Keynote, and this is... If you don't like it, you can just delete it. Yes, oh, clear. And then let's start all over. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to Keynote tutorial. If you are enjoying this tutorial, just keep watching. Bye guys. And then let's play. Hey guys, welcome to Keynote tutorial. If you are enjoying this tutorial, just keep watching. Bye guys. And then you're just going to exit. And then if you press play, then you're going to play recorded slideshow. Hey guys, welcome to Keynote tutorial. If you are enjoying this tutorial, just keep watching. Bye guys. Yeah, that's not what I wanted it to do. So let's go back and let's clear it. And then let's record again. And then let's try it by manually changing it. Hey guys, so welcome to Keynote tutorial. I hope you guys are enjoying my tutorials. If you guys want to find more information on how to create with Keynote, literally all you have to do is keep on watching this video and we are going to do amazing things. All right, bye guys. So let's see. Let's play it from the top. Hey guys, so welcome to Keynote tutorial. I hope you guys are enjoying my tutorials. If you guys want to find more information on how to create with Keynote, literally all you have to do is keep on watching this video and we are going to do amazing things. Alright, bye guys. Okay, so pretty much when you're doing a voiceover, you have to it'll play on its own if it has a transition. You just have to kind of record something that has the same length as the video that you're creating, or you can stop it in between. I like to do my voiceovers in iMovie because I could stop it whenever I want and it doesn't interfere with the video. So let's just clear this right now and we are going to see if the audio is working and add some music. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to pop up and then I'm just gonna edit the video. Okay, so I got the audio to work now. So pretty much what you're going to have to do is you're going to select the sound or the music that you want. So I'm just going to pick anything and then you are just going to play. I'm kind of going to edit the text because I find it's a little bit off. So we're going to go to arrange and let's change it just a little, and there you go. There's the position I like. I mean, you're gonna have to do it manually for each one, so let's just pretend I went ahead and changed every one of them manually. So I'm gonna press play and now you're gonna see what it sounds like with this music. Okay, so pretty much that's what it sounds like with a audio. So all you would have to do is save your file as a movie. Oops, not PowerPoint. As a movie, you're going to have to up the resolution, save it, and then you are good to go. It's going to save on your desktop. You email it to yourself, and then you post it on Instagram. But I'm also going to show you another thing that you can do. If you want to extend your video and make it longer, all you're going to do is copy and paste the same transitions over and over to how many times you want. Usually I try to keep it underneath a minute, but because it's all the same transitions, even if it's a little longer, under a minute, Instagram is automatically going to cut it off after a minute. So then you'll see right now, like, we have 37 files or slides of the same repeated transitions. So look, you're going to see now the song is just going to play longer. So another option that would be cool is if, as you were creating the transitions, if each text you wrote something different, so every time the transition changed, there was a different message. I definitely feel like that would be a cool post, and I just literally thought of that right now. So hey, if you guys want to create this idea, then go ahead with it. Another thing that you can do in the audio is you can do a voiceover over the music, but I find that it kind of takes away or overpowers. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to press record. Oh, first we're going to start at the first slide, and then we are going to press record, and we are oh, I forgot to mention too, the remaining build orders is going to show you on the right hand side like where your slide is at, and it's going to show you your current slide, so you kind of know which slide is coming. But because we're working with the same alternating images, it's going to be hard to tell, but we know that they are 42 files, so we're at number 1, so we kind of know where we kind of want to stop with the voice recording. So I'm just going to start recording and just say anything and just show you guys what it sounds like. Okay, so let's get to recording. 3, 2, 1. Alright, hey guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. I definitely wanted to create something that was very informative for you guys, so I hope you guys are actually enjoying the process of learning, and I'm enjoying the process of filming and, you know, putting myself out there. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time, bye guys. So let's listen to it and see what it sounds like. Alright, hey guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. I definitely wanted to create something that was very informative for you guys, so I hope you guys are actually enjoying the process of learning, and I'm enjoying the process. So let's just say we wanted to keep it, but I definitely feel like doing a voiceover over music, it's definitely overpowering the voiceover. So I tend to use one or the other, because then you would have more of a quality work. So I would suggest you picking one or the other, or if you want, you can definitely add music and a voiceover on iTunes. I'm definitely going to show you how to do that as well. And I mean, that's just a better way of doing it. It just adds more steps, but that's the way I do it. Pretty much, if you wanted to delete, well, let's just play the recording again. So what we're going to do is play that the first slide. Let's play the recorded slide. Alright, hey guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. I definitely wanted to create something that was very informative for you guys, so I hope you guys are actually enjoying the process. I mean, it doesn't sound horrible, it just sounds like I'm screaming, and no one wants to sound like they're screaming, so I'm going to clear the recording, and then you're going to clear it. So the voiceover is cleared, and if you want to clear the music as well, you can delete it as well, and then pretty much we just have a same slide with same transitions with no sound. But pretty much that's it, guys. So like I said, all you're gonna do now is save your file. You're gonna export it as a movie, save it to your desktop, mail it to yourself, and we are good to go. Change the resolution, and that's it. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget, just have fun, be creative, but pretty much, sky's the limit when it comes to Keynote once you understand how to manipulate the format, the anime, and the document. Well, the document has nothing to do with the document's more just the document size, but try to play with the format and the anime, and I guarantee you won't regret learning Keynote. So, till next